Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Hollow Knight. So welcome to another episode of this series where I, as a noob, as a pretty bad skill player, I'm attempting to complete 112% on Steel Soul, which is this game mode in which if you die, that's it, it's game over. You cannot recover your shade, you cannot retry, you're gonna have to restart from the very beginning. And again, it's something that it was super scary, especially the first time that I did it. And I ended up like, even in this run, I ended up like losing multiple times and having to restart from the beginning multiple times. But yeah, it's pretty rewarding. And actually two achievements that you can complete. One from just doing whatever ending and just completing it, right? Another one, if you can complete 100% and finish in Steel Soul, that's another achievement. And also another one where you complete, I think 100% under 20 hours. Steel Soul, so that's another achievement. So you can unlock these three different achievements if you can reach if you can complete Steel Soul in this way, and again having 100% or more on the game. So again, I repeat, in order to have 112%, you're gonna need all the charms, you're gonna need to collect all the crops and get all the charms in the game. You're gonna need to have all the mask shards, all the soul shards to upgrade your nail to the maximum, get all the nail arts, all the abilities, all of them upgraded. Defeating the first 4 pantheons, right? So in God Home 1, 2, and 3, and 4, as you can see right here, and getting all the up to 2400 essences, so being able to go up to the seer, and then getting all the different abilities in the game. So the Shade Cloak in this case, which upgraded version of the Mothkin Cloak, the Mantis Claw, Crystal Heart, Monarch Wings, the King's Brand, which actually needed to open the Abyss, and I think it's Human Enter, Gizma's Tear, and I think that's it. Everything else that you get is going to just be arbitrarily. It's going to help you to access certain areas in the game. So that's why, for example, King's Brand and the Tramp Pass are actually going to be needed to be able to actually complete everything. But they're not counted itself for the 112%. And all the extra geo that you get, it's not going to be relevant. And as well, even not having the upgraded version of the Breakable Charms, again, that's not really, it's not important. And not even having Salubrious Blessing, which is something you can get after you get all the charms, it's also useful for 112%, right? So that's pretty much it. And now at this stage, you can do different endings. So the game offers you different endings. One of these endings, well, it's already an ending that you cannot achieve, because once you get the Void Heart, you can only get the ending where if you absorb the infection, Hornet is going to be the seal, all right? Exactly as the Dreamers were the seals. That's why Hornet becomes the seal. If you defeat the Hollow Knight before getting, for example, the King's Brand, or before getting to Hornet, before getting the Void Heart, you can get a different ending in which you absorb the infection, and then that's it. There is no, Hornet is not killed, it's just your own seal. Now there is another ending in which you can fight the Radiance by dream nailing the Hollow Knight. Once you bring in low HP, Hornet's gonna come in, and again you can dream nail it, and you can defeat the Radiance in dream. Be careful though that particular fight, if you take damage and if you are killed, your run is going to be over. So even if it's a dream boss, the Radiance can actually kill you. So it's very important for you to reset. Remember, always quit to the menu, retry, and so forth. So you're going to need to do that, especially if you don't want to lose your Steel Soul run. Or you can do as I'm going to do. So you can do, in order to not to unlock all the achievements, right, under 20 hours, completing Steel Soul more than 100%. You can defeat first the Hollow Knight and do the normal ending, which you just bring it down, you absorb it. Then you can access your game file again, and you can do another ending. And the final ending is the one it's called the True Ending, where you defeat the Absolute Radiance on Pantheon 5, which is by far the hardest challenge in the game. And again, you need to defeat all the bosses before that lead to the Absolute Radiance. And in that particular case, in God Home, even if you're killed in the Pantheons, it doesn't really matter, like you don't lose your run in a way. Yeah, that's how it works. So I hope that I can show you in this particular episode both endings. So both the ending in which there is the in which I absorb just the infection, right, and I become the next Hollow Knight, the vessel. The one, and also the one in which I fight the Radiance. So yeah, this is my charm combination. All right, and yeah, again, let's go. So the Hollow Knight, if you have fought Pure Vessel, is actually a little bit straightforward, right? Again, just be careful that you always are like preparing in anticipation what they're gonna do, right? And again, you can use spells. You can even shadow dash through it if you want to, like this, right? Oops. Oops. Yeah, remember that exactly as pure vessel, you can use the Send Dark if you wanna avoid the damage. So yeah. And yeah, so again, this is a particular phase where even if you damage it, you're not gonna do any actual damage. So you can just heal here. You can also use your spells, right? Again, that do a lot of damage. Let's see here, it's already the fight with Hornet. Yeah, here we go. So this is the stage where you can either Dream Nail or you can keep attacking. So I'm gonna just attack it now. Yeah, it should be almost over, I think. Yeah, here we go. And at this stage is where you absorb it, right? Right here, yeah. You absorb the infection. That's one of the. This is one of the endings. And because Hornet is right here with you, she's gonna become the kind of seal. So that's one of the different endings. And remember, you can access your save game file, and you can actually show, and you can have multiple endings at the same time. So it's like you can unlock different achievements, different endings, achievements, even if you use the same game file. Here we go. Let's say you absorb the infection, right? The Radiance infection inside, and you become the next like kind of Hollow Knight. But again, we have seen how this is actually not the best, because even the Hollow Knight eventually became unable to contain the infection, so it started spreading out. And you can see here the Hornet symbol, right, seal on the Temple of Black Egg, and that's one of the endings that you can do. Again, I recommend to go for this one because this one it's easy, right? And again, it's gonna guarantee that you get the achievements in completing Steel Soul, getting 100%, and completing it under 20 hours, or at least. If you're able to follow the videos I did, you should be having around like 10 hours, depending on how much you have practiced for Pure Vessel, for Pantheon 4. You might have a little bit more or less time, but it should be definitely below 20 hours. So if you can complete Steel Soul more than 100%, under 20 hours, you get the achievement. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There is a little menu here at the end. Unfortunately, you cannot skip it. Even if you have already finished the game, you have done one ending, you cannot skip this part, which again might be a little bit long, but it's just nice so that we can acknowledge, we can see all the people that have participated in creating this awesome game. But I'm pretty sure that Team Cherry is mostly composed of like three main people. I think 3 people are actually the ones that created everything, created the actual game. Then of course there are the voice actors, or those who added a little bit for the environment, the atmosphere. I think the actual graphics, combat, the story, everything was done by these 3 people. So you can see here the game testers as well. Very nice. Thanks as well. Yeah, that should be it, I think. So yeah, because this is an indie game, you can see that there aren't like tons and tons of people who actually help. Of course there are some, but it's not like huge like as many other games, right? When they're done by big companies, so they have many people working in the game. So yeah, it's awesome to know that such an indie game created by such few people actually was so well done and became so famous. So here we go. Congratulations, you played skillfully and proved you have a Steel Soul. Thank you for taking the time to explore and conquer the world we built. We'll meet again soon with a new challenge for you, Team Cherry. And again, here there is a little game completion that actually tells you how much percentage you have completed of the game and how much time it took you to complete it. You can see here a little bit more than 10 hours. But again, in order to get the achievement, you need less than 20 hours. So it's definitely you should be able to do it if you have followed these videos. Even if you can't make it in your first try, you might need more tries, but you should definitely be able to do it if you know how to progress, more quickly. And again, I hope that you were able to enjoy this series and to you might be able to use them. Considering myself that I'm not such a good skilled player. Hopefully you were able to do better than me and to use this series as foundation to then do your own. So here we go. These are the achievements, and yeah, I think the achievements here are Steel Heart, achieve 100% game completion, finish the game in Steel Soul mode. That's one that you get. Finish the game in Steel Soul mode. That's another one. And also, is there another one, right, where it says pure completion, also achieve 112% game completion and finish the game. That's also another one you get if you get everything done. But I remember that there was one under 20 hours, but here it says just achieve 100% game completion and finish the game in under 20 hours. So it's not even Steel Soul. So actually I got it wrong. I thought it was Steel Soul. So achieve 100% game completion in Steel Soul and finish the game in under 20 hours. But actually it's not the case. So yeah, I guess even better, right? And there is another speedrun here that allows you to finish the game under 10 hours and another one under 5 hours. Now in that particular case, you don't wanna get everything done. You don't want to reach 100%, right? You just want to get like a few nail upgrades. Some charms are very important. Just be able to get the minimum enough of martial art or helps in order to then be able to fight the Hollow Knight and do the very first ending, which is the faster one. And again, in that way you can complete it under 5 hours. That's at least what I did. And again, I might do another series where I show how to, in one single video, how to do it. Because if you do it well, like it should be around 2 hours. Like even if you play very slowly, it should be around like 2.5 hours, 3 hours max that you take to complete the game. And so it's definitely doable, under 5 hours. So again, that might be an idea for a next series. And again, if you do that, you complete this ending. You complete this particular achievement that says the Hollow Knight. Defeat the Hollow Knight and become the vessel. So you become the next vessel. And also the one defeat the Hollow Knight with Hornet by your side. That's another ending. So you get both of those, I think, together. Or maybe one you get only when you defeat it without Hornet, and the other one you get it when you have Hornet. I don't know if you can unlock both of them. Then the ending I'm going to show you right now is the one that is called Dream No More. So when you defeat Radiance and you consume this light that is plaguing, is actually the thing behind the infection. And again, Void, you get it when you get the Void Heart, I think. And then you can see that the actual 2 achievements left that I still need to get is the first one. It's complete Pantheon 5, where you get the true ending when you defeat the Absolute Radiance. And the other one is an achievement where you talk to a fungi guy who appears in different spots in the map, and eventually you see him flying into space or something like that. That's the other achievement. But yeah, you can see that everything else is done. Now another one that you might need to do it 2 times to complete it is the one that is called here Neglect. So leave Zote to die, because in order to, if you leave him to die, you're not going to be able to reach 112%, right? Because you're going to need him for a certain completion, I think. And so you're going to need to unlock him. And instead, the other one is Rivalry. So when you defeat it in the Costume of Fools, that's the 2 achievements that either you do one or the other. And there is another one where for the Nailsmith. So there's one where you use nail with the nail, right? And so you kill it. Or there's another one where you don't kill it and you just find it in the in one of the Nails Masters places. So again, Purity and Happy Couple are 2 exclusive achievements. So you have to do 2 different rounds, in which in one you complete one, and the other you complete the other one. And I think that's pretty much it, right? All the other ones are gonna, if you have reached this 112%, you should be able to complete them all at once. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's go back here. Again, as I said before, you actually are going to see that you can go back to your game file. You can exit again right before the ending. And you can see here, that's exactly what it was, right? Everything is exactly as before. And so you can do now, again, the Hollow Knight fight. And you can try the other ending. So that's what I'm gonna try now. Very likely, I might take some tries because like it's not like I'm so familiar with the Radiance. Oops, yeah, I didn't react in time. Oops, yeah, I didn't react in time. Rip. Oops. Alright, yeah, you can take your time. And again, here, remember, you can heal, you can generate soul. You're not gonna actual damage at the Hollow Knight if you damage it in this phase. Oops. Don't worry here about the how many lives you lose, because even if you lose lives, you're gonna actually have them back for when you fight the Radiance. So you're gonna be reset in terms of soul and in terms of lives. So again, don't worry too much about it. Alright, that should be it, I think. Yeah. Again, so don't use your soul to heal, because again, once you do this, everything is gonna reset, your soul and your HP. And that's how you access the Radiance fight. Alright, so let's see if I remember this boss. I mean, I fought against this boss a couple times. I know that it deals 2 layers of damage. You need to be very precise with all the blades coming from different spots. You're gonna need to use your Shade Soul for like a particular attack that otherwise is undodgeable. And then you have to be careful with the little bombs that are gonna be following you. So let's see. If I see that I get down to yeah, 1 HP, you know, because I have 9 HP, so I can take 4 times 2 layers of damage. So yeah, let's see how it goes. The Radiance. Should have attacked there. I don't know why I didn't attack, as I was doing the... Yeah, when that happens. Yeah. Oops. I got 3 HP, so I still can get 1 hit. Okay, nice. So I can heal here. Almost, let's see. 7 masks, yeah, it's fine. So at least I can take 3 hits. Yeah, that's the attack that actually you need to... Very nice. Oh no, he came back, rip. Yeah, I dodged it in the wrong way. So I can take 1 more hit. Okay, so here is the very last phase. Again, I'm just using my soul to heal. Should be able to heal down here. And now this is pretty straightforward, right? You just need to wait for the light to appear and then to move. So in that way it doesn't hit you. You can always use Shadow Dash, remember? But yeah, make sure that you are on top of a platform and not like that, you know, because otherwise that's what happens. So yeah. Again, you just need 1 hit, remember. Just 1 hit is enough to bring it down. And the more you go up, the more precise the beam becomes. That's it, and that's the another ending. So thankfully I was able to do it in my first attempt, you know. So that's the shade like of Hornet, right? And the Hollow Knight also becomes the shade, and then you need to attack it. And here we go, we defeat it. And therefore you use the void to defeat this Radiance, you know, this light that was plaguing it was infecting the people, and so you finally free from the actual source of infection. You don't just contain it as the first ending, right, the one they showed in the video, but you actually defeat it right away. And yeah, that's the other ending that you can do. When Hornet stays there, remember she was holding the Hollow Knight as you were fighting the Radiance in the dream. So she's still alive. But then she sees your mask, you know, being broken. So it's like the knight has died. You have died somehow. And in the abyss, we go back and we see that all the different souls, the void souls, kind of disappear. So I don't really know the implication of this. It's like by defeating the Radiance, you actually sacrifice yourself, and by absorbing it, you cease to exist, and therefore everything related to the void now is like either it's at rest or it's it doesn't exist anymore somehow, you know. There are multiple interpretations. The lore is very rich about the game. And yeah, that's it. So that's the other ending. When you fight the Radiance. So again, thankfully I was able to show you the fight on my first attempt. Remember, if anything, just take it slow. So remember, the orbs are there. If you just wait for them to approach you, then you jump, they're gonna always fly far, and then they're gonna try to come back. So if there are some platforms or some objects, they're gonna be destroyed. So you can try to use that. Always remember to try to avoid the blades that are gonna be flying at you. And again, using raids is very important because raids are gonna do a lot of damage to the boss. But remember to use it in a good timing so that you don't get damage as you're doing the animation. Because remember, the raids animation is gonna hold the knight there still. So if something happens in that animation, you're gonna receive damage. So yeah, it was pretty decent. So again, it's the same kind of example as before, right? There is just the credits, all the people that collaborated or helped in the game, the songs and everything with it. All right. Also the translations. Yeah, I've seen here the translations. Nice. So Chinese, Italian, Japanese, Brazil, German, Spanish, Korean. Yeah, decent. Lots of different languages. I don't know if there was French, but very likely maybe it was one of the languages listed there, because you know Italian, German, French, Spanish are the most other than English, you know, the main European languages. And then we have all the China, Japan, and Korea, which also are very important in like the amount of esports and the amount of gaming that there is there. And yeah, that's the other ending. So those are the two different endings. Actually, there are three, but those are the two main two that you can do after you get the Void Heart, and once you get 112%, you know, done. And yeah, now the only things left to do are actually the Pantheon 5. So again, in order to make it just more quickly, I'm not gonna go through the actual game file again, but I'm gonna go through the God mode that you unlock. Again, it's exactly as before. No, the percentage is the same, and the time, of course, is gonna be slightly more because it's like reloading and doing the fight. But yeah, that was it. So I was able to show you the two endings. Pretty good, you know, even though I made lots of mistakes, but at the end of the day it worked. I was able to do it on my first attempt. And now again, once you unlock God Home and I think you defeat the first 3 Pantheons, you get another way in which you can do the game. So you get another game mode, which is called God Seeker. And again, in this one, you can create this game file where you can access and you can fight the Pantheons again, but already with everything being maxed out, and you only have God Home. So again, I have created this file already because again, some practices, some being able to remember some certain fights, certain bosses. So maybe in this video, what I can show you is I can actually show you, yeah, you can see that the charms are the same, right? Just a different order, but these are exactly the same that I used before. And you know, right here, I can show you the Nightmare King Grim. Yeah, I think here I just completed the first 2 pantheons because I did it mostly for like training. Because you get already the first 3 pantheons, I think, unlocked. So even if you don't have here Pantheon 4 unlocked, I think you have Pure Vessel though. I don't remember. Maybe you don't. Yeah, Pure Vessel is unlocked. I think everything is unlocked, every single boss, other than the Absolute Radiance. So in order to fight the Absolute Radiance, you're gonna need to first do Pantheon 5, reach the very last phase of the boss, and once you can even complete Pantheon 5, or even attempt to beat the Absolute Radiance, even if you die, that's when this room right here is gonna open up, and you can actually fight it, challenge it right there, so you can practice. Now there is also another like room that it's kind of I think you have to do it like this, right? Oops. That it's Zodi, like you need to fight the 57 Zodis. I don't know why I can't go up, but like you have to do it something like this. Yeah, here we go. You need to break a wall, and you break this wall. Yeah, here we go. So in this particular challenge, it's super interesting because like you have the 57 rules of Zoti, and if you can defeat 57 of the little Zotis, you can reach you can unlock like an opening screen, I think. And yeah, again, it's just super chaotic because there are tons of Zotis. Each of them have different powers, different ways in which they attack, they move. So at the beginning it's easy, but then it becomes quite chaotic. Again, that's a secret room you have right there. And as I said before, I wanted to show you Nightmare King Grim. You can see that I've already done some practice here, and I've already defeated Radiant. So that means that without any hits, in order to defeat Radiant, you need to do it without any hits, because even one hit is going to one-shot you. So it's hitless. But again, let's do it ascended. And again, I can show you this is the upgraded, harder version of King Grim that you can either fight in a dream version, you know, in the actual gameplay, or you can find it right here. And also this one is the one that you fight in the Pantheon. Oops. So it's gonna do something very similar. It's gonna have a different attack though. That is, let's see if I can show you here. One. This one, it's easy to dodge. Yeah, here actually I'm just talking, but it's gonna do the same kind of attacks, just with a bit wider, and it's gonna do 2 layers of damage. So that's the main difference. And then he also has a unique attack when it's gonna just be standing still, and it's gonna be generating these pillars of flame that's gonna actually seek you. So you're gonna have to dodge that. Right. And also it's gonna leave the flame there on the ground with that particular attack. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it ascended though, because like he's taking 4 massive damage here, and so like I'm taking double damage. So again, I don't wanna do it entirely, you know, the fight. Just want to show you the mechanics and how you can approach it. So for the first attack, the one in the ground, you just want to walk backwards. You don't need to dash. So for example here, right, you just walk backwards and it's never gonna reach you. Here you just stand in the middle and then you dash. Oops. So here, for example, in the middle, and then you dash. The birds are never gonna touch you. That's the attack I want to show you. Again, this is a very good time where you can do one attack, and then you can use the Shriek. Here, always remember, once he does the, I'm going to show you something, when he does that kind of lunge attack. Oops. Yeah, my bad, I moved too late. Again, remember that if you get too close to him, he's also going to damage you. So you have to be careful about that. Now, I wanted to show you that once he does the lunge attack, the one with when he tries to damage you from the bottom and then he jumps up and he creates small explosions. one way in which you can know that you can always dodge explosions without dashing is like if he attacks from the right, so you move towards the left side, right? You attack it once, and then when it goes up, very simply, you just have to move again towards the right. That's it. If you move towards the right, you're always going to be avoiding the little flames that are going to fall from the top. If he moves to the left, you have to do exactly the opposite. You move to the right to dodge it, and then you move towards the left to avoid the thing falling. So let's see here. See, from the left, from the right, and here, actually you move left, sorry. So if he attacks from the right, you move left to avoid him, and then you move left again. So let's see if I can show you here. Yeah, careful that the explosions are going to stay in the ground for a little time. Let's see here if I can do it. Yeah, here, and then just moving left, right. That's it. That's all you need to do. So in that way, you don't need to dash. You can really keep the dash, for example, for that particular attack, or from for something else. Left and then left. See, that's it. You don't have to dash to avoid the little explosions that are gonna fly from him. Okay, let's see if I can show you again. This is the plunging attack. This is the one on the ground. It's always gonna be 4, so you can always do one attack and then dodge. In the middle, and again, when he goes down to 25% HP, he's gonna do this particular phase. So again, this is just dodging. Remember, just dodge the bottom round. You don't need to dodge. Oops. You don't need to dodge the attacks above the knight. You can just stay on the bottom round. And again, this just to show you the actual fight. So how to dodge it, like how personally I approach it. Because again, for me to have been able to defeat the Radiant, this particular boss, like took a lot of effort. Because again, I'm very prone at doing mistakes, you know. So again, left, attack, left. That's it. That's everything you have to do, and you know that you don't need dash to avoid the damage. You're gonna need mostly dash for that particular attack. 4. Here we go. And in the middle, then dash. So even if you are in the side of one of those projectiles, you can dodge it with the shadow dash. Right, like this. If you're in the middle, shadow dash. You can do some attacks there. And yeah, so that's the idea. Try always to be possibly close to the middle of the other ground, of the area, of the arena, so that way you can dodge left or right depending where he comes. 3, 4, right? Nice. You can use this phase here to heal if you need to. Left and then left. See, because he attacked from the right side. Remember, always, you don't need to dash actually there. So that's something that helped me a lot, because like I ended up taking so much damage from the fact that I tried to, like, I ended up dashing for no reason at all. I ended up like taking damage because I dashed. So always remember that you have to keep your dash only for extremely bad situations, like or where you know, yeah, I'm gonna actually take damage here, I need to dash. Like this, right? Yeah, that was a nice streak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I always try to do a pogo attack, but I know sometimes I fail it. Here we go. Another one. You can heal here if you need to. Again, this means that he's down now to the last 25% of his HP. Once he has done 3 times this kind of attack. In the middle, dash. In the middle, dash. Here, just avoiding the spikes on the bottom. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can hit him. Yeah, nice. Oops. Yeah, here I got damaged because I was very close to the edge of the arena. So I couldn't jump, as I wanted. Unfortunately. And again, if you see that you're too close and you're gonna end up taking damage, that's when you have to dash, right? Yeah, that's it. So again, other than that little mistake that because I was too close to the edge of the arena, you can see that I almost did it hitless. So if I was playing on Radiant, it would have been the same, right? Because again, on Radiant, it's not like the boss changes the patterns or has something more different, like this particular boss, right? It's just that he's gonna one-shot you, so you cannot receive any hits. And yeah, that's it. So that's how to do it. And again, I could show you Radiant because again, this fight, the last fight here was almost perfect. It's just that I made that little mistake. But again, if you're careful, if you don't rush into things, you read these attacks, you only use Shadow Dash when you know it's going to actually hit you, or on extreme situations. That's it. That's what you need. And again, that's the tips I can give you for the Nightmare King Grim. Pure Vessel already showed you in another episode, and that's it. The only thing left really to do is Pantheon 5 to do the Absolute Radiance. I might try to do some attempts here by myself, so that at least I can unlock it, you know, and then I'm gonna very likely end up dying, especially because even if the first two phases are very similar to the normal fight, the Radiance, but the main issue is the fact that there are a little more attacks, and then the last phase you need to really be very precise with the placement. Like you need to do, like I remember, it's just one attack, then you need to jump, avoid one orb, another attack, avoid orb, then like double jump. Like it's something very a very precise kind of pattern that you need to do in order to dodge always the orbs. Like from going to the outside and then you go inside, outside and inside. You don't need to even to dash, because if you dash, that's when you might end up receiving damage. So kind of like that until you bring the Radiance down, the Absolute Radiance down. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to do it in my first attempt, so I'm gonna just unlock it on the menu. I can show you maybe some tries by myself, so again, some retrying, and then I can show you Pantheon 5. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And again, that one might be the very last video I might do about the game. Then, as I said before, I may do another series where I try to show you how to speedrun the game, you know, how to get the achievement in completing it under 5 hours. Again, I really recommend you to use normal mode. Don't go Steel Soul to do the speedrun. So in that way, you're a little more relaxed. Even if you messed up and you die, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to retry from the very beginning, right? And so in that way, it's easier to do the speedrun. So that's it, guys. That's gonna be it for this episode. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see ya. Bye bye.